Jeff, there are more good games on the eShop.
Great.
That's a sentence.
That's, yeah, period. I thought you were going to say, but I'm lying. No.
No. This is WayForward, who is probably best known for the Shantae, which is originally came out on the Game Boy Color.
Right.
I want to say. But it's kind of become famous for basically continuing to create like really great 2D games for a continually smaller market, and they kind of tried to. They did Contra 4 for Konami, and then they've done a lot of stuff on a Nintendo service. Kind of tried to bet on that, and didn't really pan out. Probably more because of Nintendo's side than anything WayForward.
But I think anyone closely watching Nintendo's downloadable efforts knew that this day would come. That there would finally be incredible content. Or well, I guess I shouldn't say that before I've seen this game at all. What is Mighty Switch Force?
Mighty Switch Force, it involves switching.
Wait.
Yeah. So the game right away invokes like a really heavy like Mega Man X vibe. Like I'd say definitely that's the first thing I think of when I think of this sort of futuristic sprite work that they're going for in this one.
Yeah.
So each stage, you'll see there's a timer going. A lot of this game I think has, I didn't count, but it seems like maybe 25, 30 stages.
Okay.
It's $7, $6 on the eShop store, so it's pretty cheap. So you're collecting these 5 women who, for whatever reason, are chained up in the apocalypse, trying to avoid these bat demons.
Man, we've all been there.
And so the main hook of this game is you'll see these platforms can kind of get pushed in and out. One thing you can't tell from this video, because we can't capture the 3D, is that 2D looks fucking awesome in 3D. Like with
when they can do like multiple layers. Oh, you got
yeah, and I haven't flicked to 2D right now, but like that specific look, it looks incredible in 3D. Like the 3D looks really, really good in this because of the way they can scale it.
A lot of layers in the background, I imagine too.
Yeah, it's definitely the problem with games in 3D. Wherein you're controlling the camera, what you're doing a little bit more in 3D. In 2D, there's a little more authorship from the developer that can kind of say, hey, this is how we want the 3D to look. And so it doesn't come across in this, but the 3D works really well on this game.
Cool. That was one of the nice things about Mortal Kombat on the PlayStation 3 with its 3D support. I mean, just being a side view game.
Yeah, it got the characters in front and the backgrounds in the back, and yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
So
So the radar just points you at the girls. You need to get the girls and get to the exit.
Yes. So the game itself starts off pretty simply. I mean, this is the first stage. So you're kind of just getting used to, like, these blocks don't do anything. It's just there to inform you, hey, you're shifting those blocks.
Yeah.
That seems important. And you also have like a little camera that you can move around to kind of see around the edges. And so we'll get to the end of this. This is all like just real stuff. It gets really complicated, or at least reasonably complicated from as far as I've played, which is I think about 7 or 8 stages in. So, keep collecting these, keep finding these bad guys. You can't charge it up. I keep like holding down the charge button anyway
Mega Man.
because I get the Mega X vibe, but no luck. So you collect the last one, and then there's a giant robot, because whatever.
Oh, well, what? That's an awesome robot.
Yep.
That robot looks great. That's a great looking robot.
Hey, this one didn't have the babes washing the car. Damn.
It's way less cool.
Sorry,
You sold me a bill of goods, man. Dragged me in here about.
I didn't even tell you what the game was. Like, hey, Jeff, there's a bunch of babes washing a car in the quick look room.
Let's go.
So we'll jump ahead to some of the more complicated ones. This is the last one I played through. So in addition to having these platforms that you're swapping, we also have blocks that you can destroy. And so in this case, you're blocked. You can't get through. And you can shoot through these green things. You bring this guy down, and boom, you build up the path.
Yeah.
So a lot of the game involves there's a lot less platforming of you doing it as much as it is manipulating what is around you in order to kind of get to where you're going. So in this case, like this guy's walking back and forth, but I bring this forward, he can walk through it. It comes too far. If I back that down, then he shoots off up there. I can shoot myself up there.
No.
Keep moving this guy over. So I just got to get him in a position to take him out. Because that guy's armored, so you can't actually
have
defeat
to
him.
push him out.
Yeah, this one's also pretty neat. So it's kind of like a whoop, boom.
Huh. Has that radar pointing in the direction of the girls been useful at all? It seems like, you know, you're just kind of making your way through a pretty linear level.
Yeah, some of the levels will kind of start you in the center and you're working way around like a much more complicated structure. The ones I've shown so far haven't really been the case. I found it more useful in terms of just finding the exit for specifically those stages where you've run around solving puzzles and all of a sudden you don't know where you're going. Really, if you're interested in doing the time trials, that seems like the only real use of it.
Right.
But at the point that you're doing the time trials, you probably know where everything is anyway. So it's more just, hey, we needed a use for that second screen.
Right. So we drew this thing on there.
Yep.
A guy spent a week.
Yep.
Putting this in. Yeah. Yeah. You know. Yeah. That gets trickier.
Oh, damn it. Luckily, I went past a cat checkpoint. This really fits within, like, with, you know, if you've seen any of WayForward's other games, this fits really within their style.
Yeah, I mean, their style's been like really good 2D animation, and yeah, this looks really nice. Pretty good music.
Yeah, and so there's some other tricky things that come on, like in this case, trying to get to that platform, and you know, there's no real direct way there. If I shoot myself this way, go all the way over here. But if I hit it and then hit it again, well, then it just becomes a platform.
Oh, yeah.
So you can pretty much see, even, you know, this is probably in the first third of the game, it's pretty easy to see kind of where this would be going and how it could get kind of nuts pretty quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Like, especially because at a certain point it just becomes kind of a, oh, I just killed myself for really no good reason because I was not paying attention. All right, well, let me jump out of this one. And I'll go to the first one that I haven't played and see if we get anywhere. Maybe we'll get some babes.
Maybe.
Let's see. All right. Different colors. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's...
So those retract even though I haven't personally retracted them. Oh, okay.
Oh, it looks like they stay locked out when you...
Yep. Oh, God.
When you switch.
Yeah. Oh, now, so you got to time it as you're down there. All right.
Huh.
Let's see. Oh, what do I have to?
Get all the way off that one there. So they're all out now, right? So they all go away.
Okay.
You just have to, yeah. So it's kind of all or nothing.
Yep.
Or you can opt to lock one color out.
Yep. By holding it down.
By standing on it. Yeah.
Sure, she's locked in a safe.
Oh, yeah. It's the worst, getting locked in a safe. So now, stand on that and lock it, then switch. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Oh,
that's bad.
Not very good.
Now you're washing the truck.
Oh, I'm not very good at washing trucks.
Let's go.
It's not in my skill set.
Yeah. So you have to, yeah, okay. That's tricky. That's
that's not immediate obvious.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to change it up.
Especially given that, one of the nice things the game does, it doesn't really explain anything. Like the moment you start, it doesn't tell you what your abilities are. It's kind of just, hey, get in here, and
go.
There's only so many buttons.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out. And like this is, Nintendo can only provide so many games for a platform all on their own. It's nice for $6. This seems really worthwhile and kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's good to hear that. It's good to hear that there's actually like 3DSware coming out, because I know that was when they first launched the eShop. There just kind of wasn't anything coming, and then there were still I think there's still just more games coming out for DSiWare still than are coming out for 3DSware. So Yeah, it's good to see like this stuff finally starting to ramp up in a somewhat meaningful way.
Well, I've definitely, I don't know if this one is a case. I gotta switch that back. There are a number of DSi workers I've seen that have just kind of switched over to eShop as it was, seemingly obvious that, well, that last thing didn't really work out. So
right, yeah.
Maybe we'll give it a shot on the new system. So now this is kind of
still holding out for a 3D notebook though.
One of these days. Whoa. So you can see in a level like this is actually maybe where the radar starts to come in handy. I'm kind of coming across a bunch of different paths. Ooh. Let's try. Man, I have to imagine some of the later stuff in this is real messed up.
Yeah. Dude, yeah.
Oh, takes me to the start of level. Okay. Well, I think that even though that kind of gives off the vibe. I'll show how many stages there are. There's a decent number. It's $6. They have added. WayForward has not said anything about this, but the recent firmware update did add DLC support for games like this, so you could see easily how they could put out some new stages for a couple of bucks. And yeah, it's a neat game. And again, it doesn't come across in this, but the 3D is really well done. And I would love to see more 2D games kind of take advantage of that, because it works a little bit easier when it has sort of those planes that it can mess around with.
Yeah.
But
that's neat. I will totally pick this up.
The revolution on the eShop continues.
The 1-2 punch of Pushmo and Mighty Switch Force.
And then I can't. There's
that
a bunch
Renegade
of
Kid game.
Yeah, there are other games coming too. So there's reasons to be paying attention. And yeah, that is Mighty Switch Force. It is on the eShop now.
Awesome. Thanks, dude.